A therapist shares her personal experiences with anxiety, depression, and postpartum.
So I am not like Josh or Andrea, where speaking is super easy for me. This is me stepping outside of my comfort zone, but I'm doing that because I think it's good for me, and I think hopefully God can use my words to bless you guys too. So shame, when we experience shame, our tendency is to want to hide and to not share. Asking for help or experiencing a mental health struggle does not mean we're weak. It does not mean something's wrong with us. Asking for help actually shows strength. So if someone has ever said, hey, that's really hard what you're going through, I wonder if it might be helpful to reach out to a therapist instead of being like, oh my gosh, am I a horrible person, or something must be so wrong with me to have to go seek out help like that. No, it's not the case. And being a therapist myself, I love working with my clients. I am excited to get to know their stories, and it's such a blessing to be a part of that process and to be a part of their healing journey. And then also, having been on the other side of the couch, being a client myself, I have sought therapy for my own mental health struggles. In high school, I had a pretty traumatic experience of my brother passing away in an accident, and that was a catalyst for me struggling with both anxiety and depression. So I got a therapist who was excellent. She was a Christian. She helped support me through that time, and it was very meaningful, really important in me getting back to a place of health. And then bringing it to the perinatal mental health piece, again in adulthood, when I had my first kiddo 8 years ago, I struggled with depression and anxiety again. That was brought on very likely from the hormonal shifts that I was dealing with because of having just had a kid. And it kind of threw me off balance. I wasn't anticipating. I, gone through therapy. I'd also had done neurofeedback, which is really awesome, and we'll talk more about that, I think, next week. And so I had been in a really awesome space in my life, mental health-wise and spiritually. And so getting thrown out of balance during that period when you have a little one and you're supposed to be caring for them and taking care of them, and you're supposed to be the healthy one and not being super healthy, that was really hard. And so far with each of my children, unfortunately, my brain likes to go to anxiety and depression in that postpartum period. They're getting further and far between, where I have much more healthy days and days where I feel like myself. But there are still days like the last week I had on Monday. Josh came home and I'm like, yeah, today was a really rough day. I got stuck in the mindset of everything's gonna go wrong. I'm not doing enough. I'm not gonna be okay. And it was really hard to get out of that mental state and having those intrusive thoughts, ultimately, is what they are. And then when I'm outside of that state, I can see it for what it is and know, okay, that's just my brain getting stuck in an unhealthy pattern. When I'm in it, it's really hard to see it for that unhealthy pattern and to realize, okay, it's real, but it's not. Everything's going to be okay, and I will feel better. There is hope. Things do get better. And so if you are struggling with mental health, anxiety, depression, OCD, any of the mental health issues that can exist, just know that there is help and it can get better.